would you feel if your spouse gave you an ultimatum? Well, on today's case, Ms. Thompson says she's tired of playing the waiting game to win the wedding ring. She's giving Mr. Williams a choice to either marry her or reimburse her for the money spent in the relationship. So will Mr. Williams play by her rules and kick in gear, or will he be kicked out of the relationship? Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Thompson versus Williams.
Thank you very much. Ms. Thompson and Mr. Williams. Ms. Thompson, you say you're here in court today to give Mr. Williams an ultimatum. You say you've given him 5 years of your life, and now it's time for him to make a decision.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Williams, you say Ms. Thompson treats you like an outsider and a child. You say she is bringing more drama than peace into your life, and in order for you to even consider marriage, she's the one that needs to make some changes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, Ms. Thompson, how did we get here today?
Your Honor, we have been together for 5 years. We are already 10 years apart, so my baby-making years have expired. He plays games. He says he wants to have a baby and have a family. In the beginning of the relationship, that's all we talked about, is we're gonna have a baby, we're gonna have a relationship. Orvalle knows that I already had children, my children are grown, and I was a single mother all that time. So he knows that I want to be married before we have a baby. So he says he wants a baby, but every time we go to have sex, he wants to either use protection or he changes the subject.
Okay, well, if he uses protection, he very clearly is not trying to have a baby. So, Mr. Williams, tag, you're it.
I love my girlfriend. We've been together for 5 years, and I've invested so much in this relationship. When we first met each other, it was really just instant connection, instant physical attraction. There was a lot of passion, a lot of lust.
She's beautiful, absolutely
she's
beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And she loves you.
I love her so much, all of that, but I'm having second thoughts because over time I've been seeing like her behavior and her personality traits are coming out.
So you all have been together, as I said, for 5 years. You've actually been living together for 3 years. I would imagine that after those first 2 years, that's when you started talking about whether or not this is permanent. Is this going to be long-term? Are we moving to the next level? Ms. Thompson?
Your Honor, we had started talking about that initially in the beginning of the relationship.
So you were very clear
in year
that you
number
wanted
one,
a relationship. You were not interested in one of these hit it and quit it kind of situations.
No, Your Honor, and today he has 2 options, either marry me or reimburse me, that's it.
So Ms. Thompson is not playing with you right now, Mr. Williams?
Your Honor, I have every intention on marrying her, but I'm gonna do it on my time.
Fair enough. Let's find out what has been happening over these last 5 years.
He's been
Thompson?
misleading me. He's been misleading me. We went to a ring store. Let's talk about the ring store, Orvalle. We went to a ring store. We're in the ring store. While in there, he asked me to pick out a ring that I love. And he has the clerk put the ring to the side. The ring's only $3,000. He tells her he's gonna propose to me very soon. And he has her put it to the side because he wants to make a payment plan.
And when was this?
A year and a half ago.
Ooh,
Still
18.
no ring. Still no ring. So he's playing games.
So something had to happen in that year and a half. So, Mr. Williams, when you all are in the ring store, clearly you were feeling it.
Yes.
What has happened between then and now?
She's making me feel like an outsider. She hasn't opened up to me as far as her family. She's been to all of my family gatherings. She's been to Christmases, she's been to Thanksgiving, she's been to all the cookouts. But when it comes time to be around her family, she really is trying to separate me for that. For example, she has 3 adult children. I've only met one of them. Her daughter called, and it's like when she calls her and talks to her, she doesn't want me to be included in the conversation.
Because
She'll
it's her
step
private
aside.
Conversation, Orvalle. It's her private conversation.
I
She's
understand,
allowed
but
to have
she's
a
trying to
private
keep me
conversation with her
away
mother.
One at a time, please, one at a time.
She's trying to keep me away from her children, Your Honor. So her daughter was actually coming in town. I was very excited to get to meet, you know, her children, because I'm really trying to get to know her in that type of way. So when it's time for her daughter to come, she's like, oh, I don't think this is a good time. And as a matter of fact, I think you should go stay with somebody else.
Actually, I asked you to stay on the couch because I didn't want her to see us shacking
Why do
up.
I have to stay on the couch if I'm paying bills in my own
You could have
house, Your
said
Honor?
no. You didn't have to leave the house, Orvalle.
So I had to leave
You did not have
my
to
own
leave.
house where I pay bills and stay with a friend for 4 days.
You did not have to leave, though. You could have just slept on the couch.
Wait a minute, I just want to be real clear about this. How old is your daughter?
She's 20.
Does she know that you are with this man?
Yes, Your Honor.
Y'all are living together and you have an adult daughter at 20 and you said you have 2 other adult children.
Yes, Your Honor.
Unless I miss my guess, they all know that you sleep with this man.
It's one thing to know it, Your Honor, but another thing for them to see it. So for me, I was trying to protect my daughter.
Are you ashamed of the relationship?
I'm not ashamed of the relationship. I'm ashamed of how he manipulates me and plays games. For example,
you know, Ms. Thompson, because you're the plaintiff, I have to ask you just some probing questions about what would make you not want your adult children to know about the extent.
The lack of a ring.
So you say, I'm not bringing my family into our relationship until I know it's a solid relationship.
Until I know it's serious, yes,
okay.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I didn't look at her like this is my wife, why am I bringing her around my family?
But see, now I will tell you this. You cannot expect people who were not raised like you to react like you. For her family, she may say they don't want to meet Lottie Dottie and everybody. Some sound like your mom and daddy sound a little bit like mine.
I understand.
My nana said, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? I'm already giving him the milk for free. He needs to step up.
If I'm marrying you, I'm marrying your family.
But you have not gave me a ring yet, Orvalle. Where's the ring? Orvalle decided he wanted to have a birthday party. He just wanted $1,000 for the party.
And she's extremely
No, first of all, I'm talking. You talk, let me talk. You talk, let me talk, Orvalle.
One at a time, please.
So in your mind, that $1,000 was supposed to be a loan.
And the $1,000 went from $1,000 to $2,800.
How did the $1,000 supposed loan turn into $2,800?
Manipulation.
Ms. Thompson, what's the real reason that you have not brought Mr. Williams into your family situation?
Because they look at me like a joke. They look at me like a joke because they feel like he's using me. For example, he has a way of manipulating me into feeling like I have to do something for him.
Explain to me what you're saying. Just 1 minute.
I'm a what?
She's extremely petty.
I'm a what?
And she's extremely
No, first of all, I'm talking. You talk, let me talk. You talk, let me talk, Orvalle.
One at a time, please.
I'm gonna just ask Ms. Thompson to explain what she's saying. And Mr. Williams, trust me, you'll have an opportunity to respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Orvalle decided he wanted to have a birthday party. His birthday is in April. For the birthday party, he asked me to borrow money to help him have the birthday party.
Okay.
He just wanted $1,000 for the party, and next thing I know, $2,800 later, I have paid for the entire party, including designer shoes and a belt that he wanted specifically. So I went ahead and agreed to that. A couple days later, when I asked him about the money and returning the money, it turns into a huge argument. I never get my funds back, and I just ended up letting it go because I did not want the headache of arguing.
So, Mr. Williams, did you or did you not go to Ms. Thompson and ask for $1,000 to help plan your birthday party? Yes or no?
Yes, because in our relationship, when it's her birthday or when it's time
When it
for
was
me
my
to get her
birthday
nails
or
done,
Val,
anything,
just 1 second.
I don't loan her money. You know what I'm saying? Anything I do for her, it's hers.
But when there's a contractual relationship, there needs to be a, quote, meeting of the minds. Y'all know what that means? That means that your mind needs to be met with her mind so everybody know what they're talking about.
Correct.
Okay? So in your mind, that $1,000 was supposed to be a loan.
Never
Yes,
had
Your
that verbal
Honor.
agreement.
And the $1,000 went from $1,000 to $2,800.
How did the $1,000 supposed loan turn into $2,800?
Manipulation.
It wasn't no manipulation. It was my birthday. I'm expecting that, like I do for her, that she's gonna take care of it for me. For example, I'm always spending money on her, and a lot of times my money goes wasted.
As long as you
like,
believe
for instance, on Valentine's Day, I had a couples massage already paid for. Okay, we head to the couples massage. While we're there, she's just having a bad attitude the entire time, not enjoying herself. She ruined the entire Valentine's Day. And to top it off, when we got home, she didn't even want to have sex with me.
Orvalle, you are sitting here not even telling the whole story. Let's tell the entire story.
That's the
First of
story. I
all, prior
wasted
to
all my money.
Valentine's Day, I let him know, hey, I'm not feeling so good. Let's plan something for inside. I'm not feeling well. I don't want to celebrate this year. I know that my cycle's starting. You know that my cycle's starting because I'm telling you this.
Did you know that her time of the month?
No, I did not. She said she had a headache.
You are being a doormat. I'm letting you know.
But
here.
it's been 5 years. I
It's
don't wanna
been
lose
5
those
years. Y'all are not compatible.
Are you saying you don't want me?
I do want to marry
Here,
you. Your
just tell
Honor,
her.
Your Honor, I have one more thing to say, and I did not want to bring this up, but I went through her phone.
Don't they all? If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. I have a note here that there's some complaints because you feel that you've been manipulated financially. Now, I've heard about the birthday party. Was there anything else in particular?
Yes, Your Honor. Orvalle had been walking around the house for weeks. His mouth was hurting him bad. He asked me to find him a dentist, which I did. And suddenly, I'm paying the dental bill. $800. He left his wallet at home, doesn't have insurance, and I felt manipulated. You knew before you left the house that you didn't have your wallet. You knew that you did not have medical insurance. Why would you not tell me this ahead of time? We're supposed to be a team.
Mr.
Right,
Williams,
and she got that money back.
did you know you didn't have health insurance?
No, Your Honor.
So you thought you had health insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to tell you something. From my perspective, there's only a couple things that I can make sure I keep up with. And that health insurance happens to be one, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I think his mouth was hurting so bad that he just really wanted to manipulate and get it done however he could.
My God.
That's not the only time you use me,
that's
Orvalle.
how about all the times that I've paid for you? Like, for
When?
instance, we went on, it was another restaurant date. Had it planned. Reservations at 6 o'clock.
That wasn't even about me.
Chiffona is always late. I had to put down a partial payment just to secure the reservation. We get there, we're late. They took our table away. So we couldn't even do that. So that was another time that I have been pouring money into you and wasting the money.
Pouring change into me.
Change. And
Change.
and this is another thing. She does stuff like that. She always, it's no secret. It's no secret she's the breadwinner in this relationship, Your Honor. But she always throws that in my face.
No, that's your term.
She always throws that in my face.
That is
she
your
makes
term.
me,
She's the breadwinner. She's the bread. I don't want to be the
She
breadwinner.
always throws that in my face. For another time, I was buying a car. I didn't have enough money for the down payment. At the time, we were sharing cars. I needed a car. She like, I'm gonna give you the money. I'm backed in the corner, I need a car. Sure enough, we get into an argument because she wanted me to go get something. I didn't have enough time to go get it. So then she was like, oh, you wouldn't even have a car if I didn't give you the money.
It was true.
So
she's constantly making me feel like I'm a child and making me feel less of a man. When I'm giving her my life.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Ms. Thompson.
Yes.
Nobody can make you feel like a child unless you act like a child. And a grown-ass man is supposed to be taking care of his own bills. I'm sorry. I apologize. It sounds biased, but you're looking at a sister right here that takes care of herself. You don't need to be on anybody's national television telling the world that your woman is the breadwinner. Like you say it with some pride. No, y'all supposed to be doing this together.
And that's how he set up the relationship. Had me thinking that that's what he wanted from me, and that's what he wanted.
That's what I've been striving to do.
You know, I've been keeping this list. And Robert, you know exactly where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time for me to review the star signs.
Get ready.
The star signs that you dating a user. They always let you pick up the check. You always have to come to their rescue. They're always asking for favors. You start to resent them. Your emotional needs are never considered, let alone met. They never make you feel appreciated. Your family and friends have concerns about the relationship. They're selectively nice to you. They borrow money from you. They are actually the one in charge because you are the doormat. Let me tell you something, Miss Thompson. You are being a doormat. I'm letting you know. I'm looking you in the face because you brought this case here.
But it's been 5 years. I
It's
don't wanna
been
lose the whole
5 years. You're not losing the whole 5 years. You're gaining the next 5 years. You are gaining the next.
But I want to have them with him. I want to have the 5 years with him. I don't want to start all over again. That's too much.
Right.
It's too much. And you know what? Right, what? You agree?
Yes, I want to be with you, but...
Then you know what? No, you know what? Orvalle, you either marry me or you reimburse me. It's that simple. I have the ring already. All you got to do is get on your knees and propose.
Your Honor, she is not going to rob me of my manhood and demand that I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to get a ring. I'm going to propose to her when the time is right.
Take this one.
I have not even got to build a relationship with her family.
In case no one else has figured this out, y'all are not compatible. You are living in a fantasy world, baby. In a fantasy world.
Your Honor,
this is not your husband.
But Your Honor, I spent so much time invested in him.
Your
it's
boyfriend.
Not fair. It's not fair.
It may not be fair, but it's true. Baby, he is not your husband.
Please.
And you are not going to sit here on this room with me and cry over somebody that does not deserve your tears. Absolutely not.
Are you saying you don't want me?
I do want to marry you. Your Honor, I have one more thing to say, and I did not want to bring this up. But I went through her phone.
Don't they all?
Yeah.
And I saw her having a conversation with somebody, and I found out she's been lying to me, and she has her tubes tied.
Oh.
You know that.
You know I wanted to have a baby with you. You know I want to marry you, but you've been lying to me. You've been leading me on this entire time.
Wow. I was going to tell you, Orvalle. Yes, they are. I was going to tell you, but they can be reversed. It's $10,000. Okay. I already have the doctor on speed dial. What's up? What's up? I have the doctor on speed dial. He can reverse those. He can reverse that. That's easy.
Your Honor.
So, Miss Thompson, to be honest with you, if you've been saying you wanted to have a baby and he found out X amount of months ago, how long did you have that procedure? How long ago?
20 years ago.
How many?
Bomba.
Ooh. Oh, my God.
Orvalle, it's reversible.
Oh, my God. Oh. Oh. This is embarrassing.
Sir?
No, you a grown man.
There was a moment that I only thought that you were the user in this room. I was wrong. You kind of both deserve each other because I have never seen the most dysfunctional people who lie to each other, who steal each other's dreams, who pretend that they are in love, but they have no respect for themselves or each other. The example that you are setting for your child is not one that I admire. And, sir, pay for your own stuff.
That's embarrassing.
Are you gonna pay me my money back?
That's embarrassing.
Are you gonna pay me my money back? You really gonna leave me?
You got me out here doing this?
Babe, you don't want no baby anyway.
That's a deal breaker, man.
How?
You're embarrassing me.
How? How am I embarrassing you?
Embarrassing me.
Robert, in a million years. I mean, I'm a pretty good cross-examiner, but I'd be darned.
I've seen Spanish novelas with less drama.
That was the most dysfunction that I have seen in a long time.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
And for her to be still begging him, I don't want either one of them to end up with anybody else ruining their lives.
No way.
Holla.